key in what you said for me or for community services is, I mean, a 5-week treatment period for somebody accessing residential care is fantastic. It's brilliant, okay? We've no outside distractions. We have time to be able to sit with ourselves. We have time to be able to seek the help that we need through key working sessions, through psychoeducational group sessions, through whatever that might look like for each individual programme, because they will all be different. But what happens then? Mm-hmm. And that's the constant question. What happens then after the 5-week programme? Or the 10-week programme, depending on the treatment centre, okay? I mean, when we talk about recovery, there's a holistic change for somebody who wants to, say, enter into abstinence recovery or complete drug and alcohol-free recovery. And there's a differentiation to be made in that, in terms of being drug-free and being in recovery. Because being drug-free is physically walking past something, but still being mentally and emotionally tortured by it. Right? And then we talk about recovery. Recovery is a process that we took time to get to know ourselves and be nice to ourselves and worked done the emotional work and done the mental work on top of the physical work. And that's what recovery is. It incorporates them 3 core components. Because if I'm going to walk past a drug and mentally I'm okay, but emotionally I'm still upset about it, I'm going to return to drug use. And that's kind of the piece. So the aftercares, the transitional programs, the recovery groups, that's what's missing. It's not there. So while we can send somebody and we can put referrals in till the cows come home to treatment centres, if they're coming back to the same environment, if they're returning into homeless accommodation, or if they're returning to no accommodation, which also is quite common, it's not unheard of, well, I'm going to default back to what I know how to cope and how to manage best. I'm going to go back to the thing that has been there for me for the last 20 years consistently, that has never let me down, that has been enabled me to get away from this situation. So if we don't have transitional housing, and if we're not looking at the aftercare or the community initiatives that are currently in place in Chris's, in St. Calpa, in other places in the northeast, in our city, if we're not looking to have these around the country, and if we're not looking for aftercare, the piece before that doesn't really make sense. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really fit.